Hello. Okay, so let's start on part one. So here's a demo. You can see I can change where my cursor is, and it would update the highlight number. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's see. Let's talk about the configuration. So if you can go to Configure Idle and click on it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here in highlights, you can choose the active line number, and then let's change the background to be green. Let's call this theme green, and then we apply it, and then it's okay. And then now you can see that the line number has been changed to green. And yeah, let's kind of talk about the implementation of everything. Sorry, give me 1 second. This is in my way. Sorry. Okay. Here, we can go into sidebar and we can see, let's first talk about how do we ensure that it like updates live. So basically the big thing is that we have this event that's binded, set line and column. And this is already built into idle. It's used in different contexts, but we reused it here where if the user's cursor moves or if they type a key, type a character using their keyboard, or they like cut and paste, anything that like kind of changes things. Set line and column, this is the event that like changes, and then so we binded that with our function that starts the whole feature. And yeah, and then applying the configurable color. So we saw that it was in the idle like config, and so we use this, which we've seen in multiple different homeworks, where idle config get highlight because it was in that section. Basically, we get the active line number, and then here we kind of apply what we just got from the config file into like this tag. And so yeah, you can see that we can change the foreground and the background. I only showed the background over there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's talk about part two. Let's talk about navigation history, and so let me just demo that real quick. So right now we're at line 1, and so let's go to like line 30. So now we're here. Let's wait for the debounce, and then we can do go backwards, and you can see I'm back at line 1. But yeah, and then so there's that. Let's see if I do like little movements that are really fast, and then I go back to line 1, you can see that I can only go forward. There's no like go backward because that was so fast, but I can still go forward to 30. And yeah, if I do like if I go up like by 3 lines, then the go backwards goes to 1, because that was like just too small of like a change, because it's like under the line threshold. So let's kind of look at the implementation. So let's see, how do we like keep track of the history? So there are these two, let's see, these two lists, navigation backstack and navigation forward stack. They store the cursor positions like the text indices, which is like the line.column. Whenever the cursor moves using the, and where is it? Let's see, sorry, let me just. In set line and column, we call this function to schedule a navigation snapshot to like snapshot it if once like the cursor moves or things like that. So this is like the same one that we used in part 1, but this is actually in the function. And so when that happens, we go to, let's go to schedule navigation. Too far down. Schedule navigation snapshot. We'll talk about programmatic move in a bit, but basically we check like the debounce, and then we use text.after to check the debounce, things like that. And then it kind of goes through multiple functions, and then we record the snapshot navigation. Let's see, like here is where we store where we append into the backstack. There's some checks and things like that. We can talk about that in a little bit. And then yeah, so that's basically it. So it pushes into the backstack, and then forward stack we clear, because like if you were in a browser and you were like go back to a tab and you open like a new tab, we want the forward stack to clear. But yeah, and we knew that a stack was the appropriate data structure here because we wanted like the most recent thing that happened. So like the most recent append, we would want to pop that out, and so that's why we use the stack. But yeah, and so that kind of answers the follow-up as well. For like navigation, like filtering, like what do we actually record? Like in record navigation snapshot if needed, we check like does it fit like the navigation line threshold. We also up here we check like the debounce. This is handled in the after, and these variables are defined. Where are they defined? It's like up here. Yeah, right up here. And so programmers can like reset this if they want to. Let's see. To avoid a self-recording, like that loop, let's see. So we do in jump to navigation index, there's this thing called a programmatic move where if I'm just like jumping to somewhere where the user, like I did go backwards to like line 1 and I want to go up there, then that's what this is doing, which you can like move the insert part and then like move the window to go see it. And then so once that happens, we want to say like, okay, right now we're just doing this program right now. And so that's true. And then later we're going to set it to false. And so by doing this, you can see that at the top of multiple of the functions, there's like, if the navigation programmatic move is true, just return early. Don't record this. We don't want to like have a recording loop. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's how we avoid the loop. And I think that's all the questions. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much.